Fellow cardboarders, welcome back. As we're nearing Easter, it's time for another installment of Vintage Mail Time, aka Quest for Cube. As you can see, we have 5 letters here, as well as a package from Games Island, who's not a sponsor yet, but do let me know, Games Island, if you want to be a sponsor of the channel in any way. We're going to crack into those first and then into the big package, which contains the most cards in the end. So without further ado, let's get cracking into those letters. Though obviously, let's not confuse this segment with our beloved segment of Let's Get Crackin'. We ordered a whole bunch of vintage cards these days, since I am planning to play my Antiquities set cube soon with friends and family, and I still had to order quite a couple of cards, and one of them was a Mishra's Factory here, the spring version. There are one for each season, and this one just smiled at me on Cardmarket, and I wanted to get this one. This one was listed as, I think, poor condition, and yes, it is quite played, though I think played condition would suffice as well. But then again, I think the person just wanted to be sure that there would be no disputes about the condition of the card, since it has quite some marks on the surface. But all in all, condition-wise, I'm still okay with this card and very happy to add this to my collection. Around Easter, I'll be with my cousins again and friends, and I will be playing the Antiquities cube, and I did some quick calculations and realized there are still quite some cards missing to be able to play it with around 6 or 8 people. And yeah, was still missing quite a bunch of uncommons, I think around 30 still, and I started ordering the cheapest ones and also the ones that were on sale at different sellers on Cardmarket. And this will be the first of, I think, 2 videos, maybe 3, where I order vintage cards and open them up on camera to see what their condition is like. We have the wonderful board wipe here from Antiquities, the Golgothian Silex, which is a card that has been bought out by Rudy from Alpha Investments around a year ago or 2 maybe even. And this one I didn't own yet, and I think it's pretty neat to be included in the set cube since it functions as a board wipe. There are no lands in Antiquities, besides the non-basic lands. Obviously the Urza lands are in here, but other than that, this one is a straight up board wipe for everything on the board besides lands, or besides basic lands, and this one is in a lightly played condition, but still enough for me to be included. This one looks a little worse. Let's see what this card is. It's a shapeshifter, which was listed as played. It is played. It has a little bend down here in the corner. Yeah, I'm not sure I can include this one. Yeah, it's also bent down here. I think I'll have to order another one and maybe ask for a refund. I'll see. It's also in a different cardstock quality. I will try to see if this is a real card, but I do think so that it is. If not, I will also notify the seller. But I have noticed that there are some varying card stocks in the set of Antiquities that have been used, and I think even though it looks weird if you put them side by side, artifact next to artifact, this one looks lighter and a little more shiny in the light. I think this is a real card. Yeah, but I'll see. I'll show it on screen if not. Nonetheless, I'm probably not able to play this one since the condition on the back is quite bad. So I took a risk here, but yeah, I don't mind too much. And let's hit into the third letter. Let's see what we have here. Oh yeah, fitting with the theme of the playmat, I ordered 2 more dandans since they came down quite a bit since the hype of the dandan format. If you don't know what that is, do check out the video up here after this one. It's a beautiful format where you learn to play blue, and it's a ton of fun. And these look really nice. Some scratches on the back, but other than that, these 2 are really nice. And I still needed some for my Arabian Nights set cube, which is building up slowly. I am focusing on Antiquities right now, but I want to keep my Arabian Nights dandans in the dandan deck and also at the same time build a Arabian Nights set cube. And I did a whole calculation video up here in the corner as well, like 2 weeks ago, where I explained to my viewers how I go about calculating how many cards I need for each of my set cubes. This one looks really minty besides the little dent down there. Other than that, really nice. And then we have a second one. This, by the way, is a really funny card where you counter an artifact spell at a chance of 50%, but if you win, you can also draw a card and your spell resolves. So yeah, very interesting goblin and very funny artwork here by Julie. And then we have another uncommon, the Zenic Poltergeist. Also great condition. Man, that is clean. Can't see anything that would make it a good condition card. So, wow, that is really nice condition. 2 more letters before we hit into the big box here that is still waiting for us. We have a Lorcana booster pack as a packaging. Okay, very interesting. But which cards did I order? Don't worry, they are still MTG cards. And we have some protection card here, okay. And then we have Sandstorm. Okay, some Arabian Nights cards. LP to plate condition, I'd say. Another Sandstorm. Oh, that has some white edge down here. I'm not sure if I can use that. But they were cheap, so I couldn't pass on them. We have some Ocean Soldiers here. So these look really nice, clean and fresh. These I think were a little more expensive. Oh, that one is not in excellent condition. Might have to get a refund on that. But I ordered multiple ones and this seller was the cheapest one offering multiple ones, so I couldn't pass on that. Yeah, it's just that one here that is a little worse. We have a ATOG here, which is apparently an LP condition. Yeah, it has a binder ding here, which I don't mind that much since you won't notice it in the Dragon Shield matte sleeves that much. Yeah, but it's a little sad that this happened to this card. But I will still put it into the set cube. And then we have another one here. Yeah, that one is also used up quite a bit and has a black spot here. Don't know if I can get that off or if that is a misprint. We'll see. By the way, again, what I always like to show on screen whenever I notice it is, do you notice a difference in the artwork between those 2 ATOGs? One of them is a variant. We'll give you a second, you can pause the video and I will show you the solution now. There's a little X up here in the artwork, which this one does not have. So this one is the ATOG X version. And some of them are misprinted. I don't know about the distribution, how many there of those exist, but some people pay a premium for getting the X ATOG. So just on the side here, a side note, and then we have another common here, the Agothian Pixies, which I paid like $2 for per piece. So let's hope the condition is nice and minty. Yeah, these look clean, nice and clean. Yeah, that's how they should be. Great, I'm content with those. Let's open the last letter here before we hit into the package. Oh, I think we have an arena code, and it says the German word unbenutzt up here, which means unused. So if you are the first one to watch this part of the video and want a free arena code, thank you to the person who sent this card. Enjoy yourself. Let us know in the comments if you use it up, so not everyone tries to use it after you or don't, and maybe someone else will be surprised that it is still unused. We'll see. Thank you for this. We have a Titania Song, which is another uncommon and undervalued and interesting card in Commander, I think, if you don't play that many artifacts. And the fact that you're playing green with this enchantment means that you won't play that many artifacts normally. So give this one a try. We have a Onulet here, which gives you 2 life if it dies, okay. And another Zenic Poltergeist. I need a third one. I don't know if it's in the order today. Yeah, this one is also one of the shinier versions, so that's what I mean. Now we have 2 we can compare. Yeah, this one is less shiny. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but the version here on the left is a little more shiny than the version on the right. So it reflects light differently, and you can see that it is a little more saturated and yeah, generally more shiny. So both of them are real. I'll let you know on screen if it's not. I'll check them afterwards. But keep this in mind if you think you received a fake, so to say, fake Antiquities card. There might be some variation, probably depending on where these cards have been produced. So even vintage cards still have some variation. Now lastly, let's put those aside here for a moment and open this big package, which will also contain a whole bunch of Antiquities cards as well as unlimited and I think an Arabian Nights card. So let's hit into it. Okay, as you can see, a big stack of cards. Let's try to open the sellotape without damaging any of these. Yeah, that's how you get it off. And let's see what we ordered here. Some random card, which I didn't. And then we have the Scavenging Ghoul from Unlimited. Gonna just briefly look at them. This one is a little used, but all in all still looks okay. That one has some scratches here, okay. Luckily no inking as far as I can tell. Some billarding here, okay, still useful. And hopefully no bends, just usage mileage, so to say, on those cards. Now we have some Antiquities, nice battering ram here. Even more. I think now I have enough for my entire set cube. The Reconstruction is a card some people are irritated about, since it is from Antiquities and is missing the anvil here. So don't be too worried, they all miss the anvil. As you can see here, they are all from Antiquities, but this is a misprint that is affecting all of these, so none of these have the Antiquities symbol, and they are still in the set. So just a heads up if you're irritated for a sec there and wondering which version or set these came from. Got a little more expensive card here, the Nebuchadnezzar here. Very nice Legends card. And a Stone Throwing Devil, and this is another card I wanted to talk about on the channel, since this is one of the culturally banned cards. Condition is really nice on this one. And when planning out my set cubes, I try to look out for these cards. For example, the Gypsy card I do not include, since I do find it, well, in some way derogative today, so I do not include those in my Legend set cube. And for the Stone Throwing Devils, I didn't really see a reason why they took it out. Do let me know if you know anything that I don't know. I also put a link of a really nice discussion about the name of the card and what it might hint at. But from as far as I can tell, it's more of a like what could be interpreted as their name hinting at rather than what's actually depicted, which is apparently some kind of lesser jinn throwing stones, rocks from a building roof at people, which is a biblical term, obviously, the throwing rocks thing, but I didn't really see a connection of people being insulted in any way or anything racist or the like. So do let me know in the comments if you have any sources that actually elaborate on this topic, but also do look at the link and see how people are quoting and what people are quoting there, so that we all can make an educated decision in why I should or shouldn't include these cards. From a gaming standpoint, I really like the Stonefring Devils since it is a black mana 1/1 with first strike, and not including those would mean that black is missing out on a 1-drop. So this is why I also gave it a second thought and in this case decided to include those. But again, I'm also open for any discussion or new things to learn. So do let me know in the comments and maybe I will even change my mind again. The contract from below here, all unlimited. By the way, did you know that the clone is not a rare in unlimited, but a uncommon? I didn't. And yeah, it's really nice to see an unlimited clone. Very nice. Iron Star, a Ashnod's Transmigrant, okay. Has a white printer hickey here. I think I'll still gonna include it. Some more reconstruction. These I think I already have enough of though, but I wanted to be sure that they are all in good enough condition and that I have enough to finish up the set cube set of reconstructions. Damping Field, another uncommon. Regeneration. A Psionic Entity for my Legend set cube. I still didn't have this one. This is really nice and clean. Wow, very nice. A Life Lace, okay. Some sunglasses. It has some white edges, but all still okay. Some Lacrum and Invisibility. You can see already that I am working towards my unlimited set cube as well, wherever I can pick up uncommons, commons, maybe even cheap rares. I'm gonna pick them up. Thought Lace, this one has some roller marks. You can see them here and there. So this is not damaged by people, but by a printer from Wizards. I am still gonna include those since you won't notice them through the sleeve. A wand, as well as my third weak stone, which is enough to complete the set of the weak stones. Got the Sloan here, which has legendary land walk, which is quite unique. And first strike, wow, that is also very clean. Very nice, I love it. And red ward as well as a crystal rod. Last pack here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Do follow me on all the socials here. Now let's lastly look at these unlimited cards. Throne of Bone, Power Leak, a wonderful unlimited Swamp, Circle of Protection Green, Phantasmal Forces, and a Wall of Air, as well as, this one I might not include, a Twiddle. Oh, and there's another island. Very nice. Okay, so this condition here, condition-wise, these look really nice. As I said, there will be another video of me opening those vintage cards. So if you enjoyed that, do consider subscribing to the channel. Share it with friends and family. I also traded for a couple of cards. I just realized to include that into the video. Some Metamorphoses, which I might not include. And then some more unlimited cards and Antiquities cards, which a person had in their binder, and I really liked those and traded for them. Got some War Elephant and a second Titania's Song. This one I got for any deck that wants a black fog, and speaking of fog, we have 2 fogs and a giant grove here. So these will also all go into my set cube, or set cubes. Boop left and right buttons, to support the channel. See you there. Enjoy your weekend and have a good one. Bye bye.